Skinny Hot Oil Southern Tea. Back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you here for a good time or a long time. Y'all ain't gonna be here too long. No more than 20 minutes. No more than 20 minutes. This basically I want to do my fight weekend recap because I didn't get a chance, to do it this weekend. So this is basically what this is. And also I want to run some news by you, run a tad bit of information by you that Joyce had to say in concerns in regards to, Tyson Fury and this whole Tyson Fury and who he's going to fight, mix up fiasco type deal. Uh, Joe Joyce, Joe Joyce basically feels the same way that Southern T feels about it, right? Um, he basically feels the same way that Southern T feels about it, right? If you're going to fight anybody right now, I personally don't think he's going to fight anybody. But if you're going to fight anybody, if it's not Alexander Usyk, AJ, or a top guy like that, then we don't really care who it is, right? Joe Joyce came out. Joe Joyce came out and he straight up said if Tyson Fury is not going to fight a top contender or he's not going to fight himself, then Tyson Fury he either needs to retire or he needs to give up his strap. Joe Joyce was given a post, not at the post-fight press conference, but he was given a post-fight interview, right? Now, I'm not sure if this was the same night or the next morning of his fight, but Joe Joyce was asked, I think it was that Sunday. I think it was the Sunday, after his fight, right? Joe Joyce was asked about a possible Tyson Fury fight. Joe Joyce said that he'd be open to the idea of fighting Tyson Fury. And they also asked Joe Joyce what he feel about, the thought of Tyson Fury fighting, Muhammad Charr. Muhammad Charr's name has been getting quite a nice amount of press lately. You know what I mean? He's been getting the Charr name has been getting quite the amount of press lately, given the fact that Tyson Fury has stated that he very well could be fighting. Muhammad Charr. The networks ain't from the bill to see Fury fight Charr. You know what I mean? Right. His name has been getting a lot of play. Shout out to my guy Jerome Truitt. His name been getting a lot of play. You know what I mean? As of late, has Muhammad Charr, because Tyson Fury stated that he may be in contention to fight Tyson Fury himself, right? So my bad. So they asked, Joe Joyce exactly how he felt about, Tyson Fury and the Charr thing. And Joe Joyce basically said, he said the fight is shit. He said it's shit house, right? Now he didn't say shit house. I said shit house, but he basically said nobody really wants to see, that fight. And now I have to agree with Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce, not only did he say nobody wants to see that fight in particular, Joe Joyce volunteered himself to fight Tyson Fury in his next fight. He said nobody is really going to. He said nobody's really going to be intrigued to see, Tyson Fury fight Charr, and that Tyson Fury should fight the likes of him. You know what I mean? He should fight him, or he should fight AJ, or Alexander Usyk, or a guy like Deontay Wilder. You know what I mean? I'm about to read for you the comments exactly what's good, dude. I ain't gonna be here too long, brother, dude. I'm gonna be here at about, no more than 20 minutes, you know what I mean, at the longest. I'm gonna get up out of here about 4:30, 5 o'clock, you know what I mean, something like that. I'm in here, I'm basically doing my fight weekend recap because I didn't get a chance to do it this weekend, you know what I mean? On top of dropping this news that Joe Joyce, just volunteered himself, you know what I mean, in this Tyson Fury sweepstakes or whatnot. You know what I mean? This is coming straight from Joe Joyce. I'm about to read the article out to you. Joe Joyce says fans don't want to see Tyson Fury defend against Manuel Charr. They want to see Tyson Fury defend his WBC heavyweight title against better competition like Anthony Joshua, Alexander Usyk, or himself. It's unclear what attracted Fury to want to face the number 19 ranked WBC Charr. And no, it said 19 ranked WBC. Just because you rank 19 in the WBC, imagine how far down the heavyweight actual rankings you got to be ranked number 19 in the WBC. You know what I mean? But I digress. He said because he's low hanging fruit, there's no gain in Tyson Fury fighting in Emmanuel Charr. It'll be a good fight while it lasts, but I don't think people want to see that. They want to see Fury in better fights against Usyk, Joshua, or somebody like the likes of myself. When asked about, Tyson Fury fighting Emmanuel Charr on December 3rd, he said there are plenty of fights out there, but I guess if he wants to stay active, he's kind of like pushing the fight. You know what I mean? He said, I like Parker. I spoke to him today. He's in good spirits. This is Joyce saying that Tyson Fury just in the rush. You know what I mean? He said he like him to fight Joe Parker. He said, I like Joe Parker. I spoke to him today. He's in good spirits. He's doing well. He's going back to New Zealand to sit on the beach and eat some mangoes. You know what I mean? When asked about, a fight with Tyson Fury, he said, I'm ready. I've had an express route to the top, and now I'm here. There are plenty of more fights. It's a really exciting division at the moment, and I'm finished collecting more belts, and I want to finish collecting more belts before I retire. You know what I mean? He just won the interim belt. He just won the interim belt this weekend. You know what I mean? The interim WBO belt this weekend in that fight with Joseph Parker. What's good, Adris? He said, I want to see Usyk versus Fury for all the useless belts. Right? I mean, I want to see that fight as well, right? But right now, it's looking like Tyson Fury. We really don't know who Tyson Fury gonna fight at this point, right? What's good, Monster Musa? Appreciate you sliding through this, John Monster Musa. We really ain't sure who Tyson Fury fighting at this point, right? At this point, I'd be much happier, Tyson Fury just kind of, go on the way a little bit. But it's clear to see, bro. Nobody wants to see you fight, Muhammad Charr. My thing is, why won't you just fight Alexander Usyk? You know what I mean? Why won't you fight Anthony Joshua? You know what I mean? You mean to tell me that? You mean to tell me that of all the fights, right? This is the one that makes the most sense, right? It's been a lot of, it's been a lot of unspoken. It's been a lot of unspoken bullshit, you know what I mean, that's been going on right now with this Tyson Fury situation. I'm just waiting for somebody, right? I'm just waiting for somebody, to open their eyes. I'm just waiting for somebody, to really start asking the right questions. Like, okay, so now Tyson Fury has fell out of negotiations. What's good? What's good, Curtis? Appreciate you sliding through this, John Curtis. Glad you could make it. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time. We're in here having a conversation about what Joyce had to say about Tyson's Fury next rumored up-and-coming fight. And also, I want to ask the question because I really didn't do my weekend recap real quick. Again, I ain't going to be here too long. No longer than 20, 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Something like that, depending on what time, brother BF, goes live. But I want to ask y'all, after this weekend, Joyce got his knockout victory over Joseph Parker. Joyce and Joseph Parker are both, considered ranked, top 5 heavyweights, in America, top 10 heavyweights in the world, throughout boxing. My question is like, where? Two questions. Where would you rank, Joyce right now amongst the heavyweights? And also, how do you feel about what Joyce had to say in telling Tyson Fury that nobody really wants to see you fight Emmanuel Charr? You either need to fight a top guy, you need to fight a top guy like myself, Anthony Joshua, Alexander Usyk, or you need to give up the WBC strap. You know what I mean? Idris maintains the heavyweight division has been trash since Tyson ate in air. Wilder made it exciting for a minute, but it's trash. Yeah, it's kind of starting to heat up, though. Idris, what's good, Ricky? Appreciate you sliding through this, John. What's good, brother? it's kind of starting to heat up. Yeah, Rick, I ain't gonna be here too long. I kind of just want to do my fight weekend reaction because I really didn't do my fight weekend reaction, and I want to come in, hit us with the info that Joyce just said that Tyson Fury said that he's open to fighting Tyson Fury, over the goddamn, Manuel Charr dude. You know what I mean? He said the fact that a trash fighter such as Joyce, title contender, tells us how trash the division is. Yeah, I guess. He said, in my opinion, Usyk wants to fight Wilder before Fury give him a clear shot at the belts before cheating Fury because Usyk's a man's man and he know how they did Wilder. I believe that Alexander Usyk would have fought Tyson Fury. I believe Tyson Fury is doing the runaround. You know what I mean, right now with everybody. I personally don't necessarily think that he could fight anybody, right? I don't necessarily think that he could fight anybody right now, but I think he giving us the runaround with, oh, well, I'm going to fight this guy, or I'm going to fight that guy, I'm going to fight this guy, I'm going to fight that guy. Or you know what I mean? I personally believe that Tyson Fury, should just retire and let boxing, move on without him. I think boxing would be a much, much, much better place without Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? But the time being, since he's here, I'm agreeing with Joyce in the fact that, bro, we don't want to see you fight Manuel Charr. You know what I mean? We'll rather see you fight anybody else that you name other than Manuel Charr. You know what I mean? What's good? We Talk Sports. Appreciate you sliding through this thing. If y'all could do your boy a favor, y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, if you could, smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Don't know if this your first time, but if you could not make it your last time, would you subscribe to that channel as well? What's good, BC? Appreciate you sliding through this, John BC. He said it's definitely a ploy to keep from getting stripped. I definitely want to know, and I said it once, Jerome, and I'm gonna say it again. Before Tyson Fury said that he was fighting, said he was fighting again, he was fighting Anthony Joshua or whatnot, right? The WBC said he had a certain amount of time to let them decide, to let them know whether he was going to retire or he was going to be stripped. My thing is he still has yet to set him a fight. So my thing is, how much longer does he have before the WBC? How much longer do we have to get him a fight set before the WBC, takes action to strip him? If they're ever going to really take action to strip him. You know what I mean? They just me being tongue in cheek with the WBC, knowing that they probably ain't gonna strip shit. He just so it's Fury to Ryan Garcia the heavyweights, but at least fight sometimes. Man, now Fury can't beat the Ryan Garcia heavyweight because Ryan Garcia ain't done absolutely shit in boxing. Now Fury probably ain't done absolutely shit in boxing cleanly or fairly, right? But Ryan ain't done absolutely shit in boxing at all. So I wouldn't even compare Ryan to Fury. He said Charr is. He said, y'all look, Muhammad Charr, his legal name, double hip replacement surgery, and the shooting. Damn. I'm going to tell you something else. I think they rethought fighting AJ because AJ coming off a good fight and go come in sharper than Fury. And I think they see that. And AJ might put up a better fight too, in my opinion. I think, though I said what you said, Muscle Musa, but I kind of said it in a different way. What I said was that I believe that he didn't expect AJ to want to fight him. I believe that he said, I want to fight AJ, thinking that AJ might be like, well, now I need some time to rest. I'm just coming off 2 losses. I want to take some time off. I want to, get myself together. I want to do this. I want to do that. I think when AJ was like, hold on, bro. This ain't how I do business. Don't at me. You can holler at my management team. And I think when they saw that AJ was dead ass serious about fighting him, they had to rethink their plan. Because I think he was trying to clout chase AJ, right? He ain't expect AJ to actually be ready and open to a fight. And once AJ was ready and open to a fight, he needed to do what he needed to do in order to get out of this fight. Now, I feel like we saying the same thing, and because, I believe that he pump fake AJ, trying to use AJ name for clout. You think that he pump fake AJ trying to use AJ name for clout because you think that shit AJ might beat him. And I'm not saying that, that's not true. It very well could be two in the same things, right? I believe he never wanted to fight AJ to begin with. What you saying is you think that he wanted to fight AJ, but now they rethinking it because AJ looked kind of good his last fight. I think he know that AJ looked good his last fight. He saw that. He tried to pump fake him thinking that AJ was going to be like, well, I need some time to rest. But AJ said, come on, we can fight now. And now he's back up against the wall. So now he got to think of, some bullshit excuse to get out of it. Hence come in the, well, AJ didn't meet the deadline. You know what I mean? What's good, G5? Appreciate you sliding through. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. I got 16 likes. I got 17 people in the building. I got 16 likes. I need everybody in here that ain't smash that thumbs up. If y'all could smash that thumbs up for your boy. You know what I mean? I know sometimes we come in too fast. If y'all could go out, hit that thumbs up. Come on back in. Greatly appreciate you. We in this thing having a boxing conversation. Joyce has just offered himself, to fight Tyson Fury instead of Muhammad Charr. You know what I mean? And I'm all for it. Joyce said instead of Tyson Fury fighting Muhammad Charr, he could fight me or he could fight one of the other top heavyweight contenders in a division. You know what I mean? I think, what Joyce is saying, just what everybody else had been saying. Everybody else is starting to get hip to Tyson Fury's bullshit as well. You know what I mean? Type deal. Shout out to Joyce, for offering himself. I personally don't believe that Tyson Fury is even able to really fight again, right? What I think he's doing is trying to buy time, to see what his next move is. I don't think he's going to fight again at all. Him or Josh Taylor. And personally, there's nothing that there's nothing that you could do. There's nothing that you could do to halfway get me interested. My bad, y'all. My bad. But yeah, let's just. I forgot what the fuck I was saying just that fast. My bad, I forgot what I was saying just that fast. But I ain't gonna be in this thing too long. I ain't gonna be in this thing too long. I just want to, bring that, to y'all attention. Joyce, volunteered himself, for the fight against Tyson Fury if he can't find nobody outside Muhammad Charr. And just to answer my own question, hold on, I got about 5 more minutes. Well, depending on how I feel, BF ain't went live yet. You know what I mean? So, I'm here for a sec. I'm here for a sec, or at least until he go live. Just to hit y'all with because I didn't do my weekend. You know what I mean? Recap. Just to hit y'all, with my weekend recap. Thoughts real quick. Two things. First thing I want to talk about is Joseph Parker. Now, I gave Joseph Parker, almost no chance to compete with Joyce in this fight. For lack of a better word, right? I thought Joe Parker just didn't have enough, you know what I mean, for Joyce. I thought Joyce would hit Joseph Parker and Joseph Parker will fold. I seen what's good, G5. I seen Joseph Parker, get hit in that fight with Derek Chisora, and it looked pretty bad to me. I didn't think he'll be able to stand up, to the punches of Joyce. Joseph Parker went in there against Joyce, and Joseph Parker showed me, a lot of heart. He showed me a lot more heart than I gave him. You know what I mean? Credit for y'all. Do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy. Again, super chats, cash outs are welcome, but support is free. Y'all do your boy a favor. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel as well. Your boy need 20 more subs until he get to 2,900. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all subscribe to the channel as well. But Joseph Parker, he did better than I gave him credit for. He lasted more rounds, than I gave him, credit for. Type deal. I thought that, Joe Joyce would hit Joseph Parker and Joseph Parker would fold, but he really didn't. You know what I mean? In that fight, if the thing with Joe Joyce is, right, one of the best things about Joe Joyce is his durability, right? You could hit Joe Joyce with the kicks and sink, and of course he hurt me, right? Everybody, gets hurt, but one of Joe Joyce's best attribute, is his durability. Joe Parker hit Joe Joyce, with every fucking thing, and Joe Joyce, he was still around. It's almost like Joseph Parker couldn't really hurt Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce is one of those dudes, right, where you hit him and you know that you hurt him, right? You can hit him and you know that you hurt him, but he gonna keep coming forward. Like you could hit him and you know that you hurt him, but Joe Joyce gonna keep coming forward. That's mentally, and physically draining as ways that Parker showed me. I gave George more credit and respect than I should have been. Ghost, you never gave Joyce. You never gave George respect. Ghost, you never gave George respect, Ghost. You never gave him respect. You know what I mean? He said Joyce got a good profile. Yeah, facts. You know what I mean? Yeah, facts. You can hit Joyce in, and you hit him with some shit. You hit him with some shit, but he gonna keep coming to you, right? He gonna keep walking forward. And Joseph Parker most definitely hit Joe Joyce with everything he had. He was pretty defensive. The Saints at night. I told you we were going to watch Parker. Stop it. Now it goes. Nope. No, you didn't. Nope. But nope. No, you didn't. Nope. But Joe Parker showed me, Joe Parker, for lack of a better term, right? I thought Joe Parker was soft, right? Right? I saw him get hit by Charr. I saw him almost get knocked out. I thought Joe Joyce was going to fold him up and put him in the casket in like 4 rounds. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give Joseph Parker some credit for toughing it out. I'm going to give Joseph Parker some credit, for taking that punishment. I'm going to give Joseph Parker some credit for actually being able to hurt Joe Joyce, because I didn't think that he'd be able to hurt Joe Joyce, but he did indeed, hurt Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce is just a monster, and he was able to put on a good poker face. So first things first, shout out to Joseph Parker. I believe Joseph Parker is 30 years old. Joseph Parker going to have another opportunity to fight for a championship. Joe Joyce is 37. Tyson Fury is 34. Wilder is 36. Alexander Usyk is 34, going on 35. A lot of the top heavyweights are on the wrong side of 35, right? Joseph Parker is on the right side of 35, right? So I believe Joseph Parker will be able to compete, for a title in the years in the future, right? So it ain't over with for Joseph Parker. It just right now ain't necessarily his time. So shout out Joseph Parker. You know what I mean? Because he did better than I thought he'll do. Sure enough. Boxing MMA, Muscle Musa Lifestyle. Boxing MMA, what's good? What's good, Boxing MMA? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. We got Contender Series tonight, Boxing MMA. Make sure y'all slide through for Contender Series tonight. I'm going to do 4 more minutes to get us to that 30-minute mark. You know what I mean? Win this thing, having us a conversation about the weekend. But yeah, shout out to Joe Joyce and everything. Shout out to Joseph Parker. He put in work this weekend. He did better than I thought he would. I don't think it's over for him. I think he'll have a chance, to come back and redeem himself in the years to come, right? Where do I rank Joe Joyce? I'm gonna ask y'all this question. What's good, PJ? He said Charr is another cherry for Flurry. Right. What's good, PGH? Where do I rank Joe Joyce? I'm gonna ask y'all a question real quick. Where do you rank Joe Joyce? And Joe Joyce said he'll be open to fight Tyson Fury in the spot of Emmanuel Charr. So shout out Joe Joyce for that. Now I want to ask y'all a question, like, where do y'all rank Joe Joyce? I think after you name the top heavyweights, right? After you name the top heavyweights, right? Tyson Fury, Wilder, Alexander Usyk, right? After you name those three heavyweights, I believe now is where you start to mention Joe Joyce. I think now is where you start to mention Joe. You can either mention him with AJ, after AJ, you know what I mean, with Ortiz, after Ortiz, you know what I mean, up in that area, Andy Ruiz, you know what I mean. When you start to mention those guys, after you mention Wilder, Usyk, and Tyson Fury, I think then will be a good time for you to start mentioning Joe Joyce. You know what I mean? Go said Joe Joyce top 5 heavy in this era. He a contender and he go get a belt because one of them belts gonna get vacated. Joe Joyce is top 5. He needs a title shot. I think 5 go like without the champions Frank, Wilder, Joyce, Ruiz, and Shaw. Okay. For my thoughts on it, right? Top 5 for sure. Top 5 heavyweight, right? I think outside of, I personally, honestly, I don't think no heavyweight, guarantees has a guaranteed victory over Joe Joyce. I don't think no heavyweight has a guaranteed victory over Joe Joyce. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on there, whether you're here for a good time or a long time. Greatly appreciate it. I just asked the question, where do you rank Joe Joyce? Where do you have Joe Joyce ranked on your list right now? I got him top 5, right? If I had to put a number on it, I probably would put Joe Joyce as my number 4 ranked heavyweight behind, Fury, Wilder, Alexander Usyk. I'll go Joe Joyce, Anthony Joshua. I personally would. I think Joe Joyce beats Anthony Joshua. True enough, y'all. I believe Joe Joyce beats Tyson Fury. And I'm gonna tell y'all something else. Man, I think if anybody, you know what I mean, I'll be able, if there's anybody outside of Tyson Fury who is able to beat Deontay, you know what I mean? Maybe it's Joe Joyce because, it's that chin, it's that power. Like, man, I don't know. Like, do I think Wilder will be able to knock out Joe Joyce? That'll be a question, man. That'll be a hell of a fight. You know what I mean? I think he beats Tyson Fury straight up. Like, I think he beats Tyson Fury. Go said, I think Anthony beats Joyce. I think AJ beat a lot of people. We having the top 5 heavyweight conversation. He said, we go get better training with Salas in this corner. Yeah, Salas a motherfucker. Yeah, Salas a good ass trainer. No cap. You know what I mean? I just think, man, it's going to be a tall task. What's good, Yoda? Appreciate you sliding through this, John Yoda. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. And y'all subscribe to the channel if y'all ain't subscribed to the channel as well. We in this thing having us, a boxing conversation. I'm waiting for brother BF to go live, but until then, I was like, what, I go, get in where I fit in. I never did my weekend recap, so this is kind of me doing my weekend recap. You know what I mean? Having this, this boxing conversation. Joe Joyce said that he'll be open to fighting, to stepping in and fighting Tyson Fury on December 3rd if he can't find a better opponent than Emmanuel Charr. He said nobody wants to see him fight Muhammad Charr and that he'll be open to fighting him. You know what I mean? And that kind of got us segued into where do we rank, Joe Joyce amongst the heavyweights now. He said, bro, if Joyce give his chin to Wilder, that dude go wake up from some of the best sleep in his life. No cap. Yeah, I ain't gonna say that he ain't. I just think, bro, if anybody could take that motherfucker, it's gonna be that dude. You know what I mean? I think dude a bad motherfucker, bro. I think he just as good as all the other top heavyweights. Like I think he right there with him. I think Joe Joyce is right there with him. You know what I mean? He said, I think Sanchez is going to be the best Cuban heavyweight champ, and the move to Goosen Camp is going to result in a lot more stoppages on his resume. I had no idea that Frank had went to Goosen. He said, T, I think you're right about the Deontay thing because of the age. Yeah, man, I don't know, man. I like Joyce, man. I like Joyce. I like Joyce. I like Joyce. I want Joyce to get an opportunity. I want him to at least get the opportunity. Oh, you know what I mean? I want him to at least get the opportunity. The title shot, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people know that Joyce is old with a low amount of fights, but a lot of people don't know why, Joyce got a low amount of fights. You know what I mean? Yeah, Tyrone said a year ago he's the toughest man he ever got in the ring with. That was before the third Wilder fight. Joe gave Tyson serious problems, and Fury knows it too. Oh yeah, facts. A lot of people don't know that Joe Joyce is probably the best sparring partner in the world. Right? You ranking sparring partners. You got Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce was probably the best sparring partner in the world. All the top heavyweights, they called Joe Joyce for sparring. They used to, before he got started and shit like that. They even when he was still fighting, they call him. Even now, he's still sparring with the best heavyweights, right? Joe Joyce, now in his count, he got two of the best sparring partners. He got Rodman. He got Hassan Rodman Jr. and he got Johnny Rice. You know what I mean? In his count, sparring with him every day. But Joe Joyce used to be Tyson Fury's sparring partner, Anthony Joshua's sparring partner, David Hayes' sparring partner. He used to spar Dylan White. He used to spar every motherfucking battle. For real. The reason he only got like 13, 14 fights is because people used to pay Joe Joyce. Man, they used to pay Joe Joyce, man, co-main event money to be their sparring partners and go through sparring camps with them. He was making more money than most boxers was making sparring was JoJo. Ricky, talk to him, Rick. Tell him, Rick. I've been trying to tell him a minute. Ask my boy Ghost. My boy Ghost been here hating on Joyce for a long time. And I've been telling Ghost for a long time, hey, say what you want. But Big Slow ain't shit to be played with. Big Slow ain't shit to be played with, man. Big Slow. Big Joe. Yeah, Big Slow ain't shit to be played with. What's good, D-Man? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, D-Man. Glad you can make it. Oh, yeah. I'm going to be back. Hey, tell him. Joe Joyce turned pro at 33 years old, bro. Turned pro at 33 years old. That's because they was paying him all that money to be a spawn. They held Joe Joyce back. You know what I mean? Because they knew that he would beat out their ass. The UK heavyweights was paying him so much money to be their sparring partner because they wanted to keep him off the scene because they knew that he probably was the best UK heavyweight. You know what I mean? He turned pro at 33 because he was trying to get a medal. Yeah, he was sparring. He was a sparring partner. Boy was a sparring partner. He said he didn't qualify for 12 Olympics. He had to wait till 16. He won the Olympic medal. That's why he turned pro after the medal came. And the whole time, he over there putting in work. Man. Joe Joyce said, I remember when Joe Joyce turned pro, Joe Joyce was like, man, he was like, I'm ready. He was like, I'm ready. Fast track me. And goddamn it, he showed and got fast track. But what he doing right now, we a little late to it over here on this side. Right, we're a little late to it over here on this side, but over there in the UK, they been knew who Joe Joyce was. He said, "Oh wow, look at the news I got today." Yeah, Joe Joyce was getting goddamn co-main event money to be spawn partners, man. But yeah, I like the fact that he offered his services. He said Anthony Johnson used to tune Fury up all the time. Yeah, all them UK guys get at it for sure. That's why they all so comfortable fighting each other. You know what I mean? Because they've been spawning each other the whole time. Muscle Musa said Otter versus Joyce. Otter outboxes him. What you think? I could see Otter Wilder outboxing Joe Joyce, right? Because he quick enough, he got fast enough hands, he got quick enough feet. But Otter Wilder, kind of like Joseph Parker, they slow down a little bit on the back end of their fights. You know what I mean? They kind of, I ain't gonna say necessarily they gas out, but they slow down tremendously, towards the back end of their fights. And I think that's when Joe Joyce do damage to Otter Wilder on the back end of that fight after he slowed down, a little bit. That's when I'm thinking he'll really go get Otter Wilder. And I think Otter Wilder may win every round of that fight, right? Otter Wilder might win every round of that fight for about 7-8 rounds, right? But the moment he get tired and Joe Joyce get the laying hands on him, it's gonna be a long day for Otter Wilder. Actually, it's gonna be a short day for Otter Wilder if he slow down just a little bit in that fight. Because that gas tank on Joe Joyce is different. You know what I mean? He said, shit, I think Otter can keep Joe Joyce off him. He hits harder than Parker. You think Otter Wilder hit harder than Joseph Parker? I don't think so, D-Man. I don't think so, D-Man. What's good, Jay Gibson? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, if y'all could, do your boy a favor. Smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Win this thing, having us a boxing conversation. We basically doing our weekend fight recap right now because I didn't get a chance to do it, this weekend. So that's what we doing now. First we led with, he said you're going to need Wilder power to keep Joe. Hey, and that's what I'm thinking, Josh. That's what I'm thinking, Josh. Like, and even then, bro, I think I think he hit Wilder right. Like, I only seen one person get up from a Deontay Wilder punch, right? Well, I seen two people get up from a Deontay Wilder knockdown. That's Tyson Fury and that's Bermane Stiverne, right? If if I had to nominate anybody else to probably be able to do it, it'd be Joe Joyce. It'll be nobody else but Joe Joyce. You know what I mean? It'll be nobody else but Joe Joyce. He said, respectfully, the best heavyweight in boxing, fight per boxing I see is Frank versus Otter. What I was talking about, per boxer versus per boxer. Frank Sanchez versus Otter Wilder. Yeah. You could throw Joseph Parker in there as well. You could throw Joseph Parker in there as well. But yeah. Y'all want to know this? Y'all want to know something? Watch this real quick. Imagine Joe Joyce with Otter Wilder hand speed. I don't think you're going to need Wilder power to keep Joyce honest because Carlos and Brian kept him honest, made him take step back. I think it's a matter of fighting a real puncher. Okay, how many people qualify as real punchers in heavyweights, right? So basically what you're saying, Ghost, is Joe Joyce never fought a real puncher, right? Well, Frank Sanchez wouldn't be a real puncher, right? And you say, you could throw Frank in there with him, right? So, you know what I'm saying? Like a real puncher. Now we can't say, like, who who's a real, is Tyson Fury a real puncher? You know what I mean? Who's a real puncher? You know what I mean? It's the heavyweight division. Everybody can punch. You know what I mean? Everybody can punch. You know what I mean? You gonna have to knock his ass out. He just Fury got way more pop than the Joe Parker. What y'all think? Y'all think pound for pound, pound for pound, pound for pound? Y'all think Fury? I think Fury and Joe Parker he about the same, goes. Pound for pound, I think that he about the same. Pound for pound, I think that he about the same. I'm gonna do 3 more minutes. He's about real punch. I'm talking about guys who have shown the ability to finish for sure. He said Joyce will walk through Sanchez. He's smothered him. He's too small for the big dogs. He said facts is heavyweight boxing. All them cats ranked in the world can punch hard. Yeah, that's basically what I'm getting at. Like, it ain't gonna. I get what Ghost trying to say, but it's gonna be more than just a puncher to beat him. You know what I mean? Because we saw him get hit clean. Like, man, we saw Joyce load up from the hip and hit his ass with some shit. You know what I mean? He ain't even blink. The thing with Joyce is it's gonna be more so his body. You gonna have to hit him in the body. You know what I mean? Because he feel those body shots more than he feel those face shots. I saw that against Joseph Parker. He feel them body shots more than he feel them face shots. And Joe Parker was loading up everything he could on them motherfucking body shots, though. He was loading up everything he could. He was loading up everything he could on them body shots. Or you know what I mean? And I saw that, and I saw that effect, right? And I saw that effect, right? But even still, you gonna have to come with it. Like, you gonna have to come with it messing with, you know what I mean, Joyce. He said jab from Ortiz is significantly harder than a right from Parker. I seen Ortiz get KOs with shots at Barrett and Lamb. Parker struggling, getting stoppages with 4-punch combos. Real quick before I get up out of here, Ghost. You think Andrew Ruiz beat Joyce? Real quick, Ghost. You think Andrew Ruiz beat Joyce? I'm finna get up out of here. I won't see if Ghost think Andrew Ruiz beat Joyce. He did Daniel Boyce can bang hard, and Joyce ate his punches like a jellyfish sandwich. He said Andrew Ruiz here. Nah, okay. Bet. Hey, I appreciate y'all folks sliding through this thing. I just wanted to have a little boxing conversation real quick. Joyce said he'll be open to stepping in and fighting Tyson Fury. And if he don't fight him, he should fight somebody like Anthony Joshua, Alexander Usyk. Nobody wants to see him fight Muhammad Charr. And I 100% agree with Joyce on that one. You know what I mean? I will have to rank Joyce in the top 5 heavyweights. You know what I mean? If I have to put a number on it, I'll put him number 4, right outside Tyson Fury or Alexander Usyk, Deontay Wilder. I think Joyce would get Anthony Joshua. Would love to see the fight. You know what I mean? Type deal. I think Joyce gonna be a problem. Been thinking this for a minute. You know what I mean? And it's kind of starting to come into fruition a little bit. I'm glad Joyce, you know what I mean, getting all these opportunities, the opportunities that he deserved. He beat Daniel Boyce. Now he beat Joseph Parker. He called out Alexander Usyk. So we go see what comes from that. We go see where Joyce ended. He said Joyce will kill him. I seen 45-year-old Ortiz beat him. You know what I mean? So we go see, you know, exactly where Joyce go, you know, from here, where he go next. You know what I mean? The Tyson Fury saga continues, you know what I mean? Is he go fight Alexander Usyk? Is he go fight Derek Chisora? Is he go fight Anthony Joshua? Is he go fight Muhammad Charr? Who knows? Who gives a fuck? Appreciate y'all folks starting through this John Skin the Hardaway Southern T. This ain't the past. This ain't the future, but this the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Love.